Good day everyone. My topic is all about online harassment and cyberbullying. So what is online harassment and cyberbullying? So when we talk online harassment and cyberbullying, it refers to harmful behaviors conducted through digital platforms like social media, messaging apps, gaming platforms, and online forums. These behaviors can take many forms. There are 7 types of online harassment. So first is doxing. Doxing is revealing private or personal information about an individual without their consent. So example is naitao na naglagot sa imuha, gipicturean niya imong balay tapos gipost niya in public without your consent. First, the next is cyberstalking. Cyberstalking example ani is na person na mag-send sa imong threatening emails, track your location via social media, and then mag-create na sila og fake profile para ma-spread nilang mga fake information para sa imuha. Next is impersonation. Kabala na mataning impersonation is mga scammer. Mag-create na sila og mga fake social media gamit imong profile picture or ngalan para mang-scam. Mag-send na sila sa imong kaila para mga ayo og kwarta or kanang mga sensitive information. Next is hate speech. For example, is kanang mga politiko, mag-isigdaotay na sila para sa ilang kalambuan. Next is revenge porn. So example is kanang mag-ex nga na ay kalagot ang lalaki. So para mabalsan niyang iyang ex, nagpost sa social media og mga nudes picture sa iyang ex-girlfriend para iyang pakaulawan sa tanan without knowing sa girl nga gipost na diya siya sa social media. Next is swatting. So example ng swatting is making a false report to police to get a SWAT team sent to someone's home. So dili ni maayo nga prank para sa mga police. Next is threats and intimidation. Sample dili ni mo buhaton ng iyang gusto, bantaan niya ang imong pamilya. Next is cyberbullying. There are 5 cyberbullying. First is flaming. Flaming is direct insult. Example is ingnan kag buang ka, wa kay pulos, sige lang kag yaw-yaw, dili na nimo kaya. Mao nang flaming. Next is trolling. So ang trolling pasabot is kanang naay nagpost bitaw nga naa siya kaaway tapos ikaw as nag-view pahi-comment ka dito nga layo na imong topic para lang mapakaulawan nimo ang kadtong gapost. Next is outing. So from the word outing, it's a violation or privacy that can have a serious consequences for a victim. Next is exclusion. Example, naay group activities din nakakauban siya hate jud niya nga tao. So na siya intention nga ihawa jud na niya para dili na nila makauban sa ilang group activity. Next is catfishing. So catfishing is someone assume a fake identity to trick individuals to emotional or romantic relationship. In short, mao ni ang mga tao na manggamit og lain picture as to pretend. To prevent online harassment and cyberbullying, education on digital safety and responsible behavior is crucial. Platforms should enforce strict policies and reporting systems, while legal protection help hold offenders accountable. Parents and school must guide and monitor online activities. Promoting open communication, encouraging kindness, respect, and empathy online can create a safer digital environment.
Good day, everyone. Our topic for today is ethical influencer marketing. Influencer marketing has rapidly become a dominant force in the digital landscape, also in the Philippines with a high social media usage and a young tech-savvy population. Ang tech-savvy population is kanang a group of people na capable mo gamit ng mga modern technology or mga latest na technology. So, Filipino influencer have emerged as powerful voices in shaping consumer preference. So, nowadays, during sa pandemic, is kanang sugod ng online, then danggahanan na influencer. Then, however, as the industry grows, so atong industry grows, So thus the need to ensure ethical practices are followed. So very important to follow ethical practices such as protecting consumers, brands, and influential alike. So that is how the ethical influencer marketing should do. The rise of influencer marketing in the Philippines. Social media usage as of 2024, this is a report of in the Philippines, I guess. 86 million Filipinos actively use social media platforms like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So, during the year of 2024, grabe kayo kataas ang mga nagamit ng social media. Pero, I guess, more on sila sa Facebook, TikTok, na marami sa YouTube. And the popularity of influencers. So, they, once popular, they, is gonna. Oh yes, once popular, daghan kay mga kuan, daghan kay mga endorsement na product na doon sa lahat. So, from beauty vlogger to tech reviewers and lifestyle content creators and influencers enjoy widespread trust among Filipino audience, sometimes even more than traditional celebrities. There is sa mga beauty vloggers, sa mga makeup, so on and so forth, things tech reviewers, just kind of mga technology na gina-review, which is worth it to buy or not. Then next is brands approach. So local and international brands now prioritize influencer collaboration to boost sales and brand awareness and engagement. So if the popularity of influencers are the one key to boost their sales or the brand awareness, so the brand approach is the one popular. So there are ethical issue in influencer marketing. So lack of transparency. Transparency, some influencers fail to disclose paid partnership or misleading audiences. So there is kanang they do posting on online and without without what's it what is called with that without saying it is sponsor post or not. So there are some issue here says that in 2022, several Filipino influencers came under the fire for political endorsement during the national election. Kaya siya is kanang binayaran na itong mga tao na nag-post sa na partida na sa politiko na mauni siya, maayo daw siya, mga beneficiary na yung dawat without knowing na nga nang binayaran na sila. So, ang mga tao na makikita is kanang moto sila. So, ano siyang lack of transparency. Dili siya dili tinuod ang iya ilahang dili dili siya dili siya clear. Then next is fake engagement. So fake engagement is kanang sa una nakatry ko sa fake engagement kanang ang profile ko sa Facebook is kanang kadaghan kayang like. So sa una is di pa kay strict sa Facebook so di kay ta maban. But sa karon is pwede naman ba na ang Facebook account may sa fake engagement. Sa karon binayaran na siya nasa yata na sa YouTube I guess kanang magpalit og mga subscriber. Pero bot ra na sila. So wala siyang fake engagement. So what's the downside of this and the ethical issues? I don't know. What's the downside of this? That on ethical influencer marketing. So since we talk in marketing, then here is the one people who are the influencers. So once fake engagement na yung account, let's say nasa 200k followers, then the problem here is kanang although daghan siya followers, pero once mag-post siya, gamay rin siya upuan, gamay rin mga interactions siya ang post. So that, here comes the problem. Once na ay magig-deal siya, ma-endorse siya ang product, is ka nang malugi ang katulong endorse siya ha. Siyempre magas naman. So malugi kit kung gamay rin interaction siya mga post. So ano siya ang fake engagement. Daghan siya followers, pero gamay rin siya interaction sa mga post niya. So, more on siya mga followers, mga bots lang. The next is the unverified plays. The unverified plays Promoting products without proper knowledge or research, especially health and wellness products. So, actually, diri ini siya mosulod sa mga kuan. Ay mga produkto na makita na sa Facebook na advertise na sikat na doktor gali. I don't know kung say correct siya ang name, pero si Doc Willing Ong, na niya picture. Bisan asa makita sa mga fake na mga product na dili approved sa FDA, dili advice niya. Kaya ganun si Doc Willing Ong, sikat kaya na siya. Na yung mga product na kanang gina-promote nila na kanang like mga ayaw daw sa cancer kung galing na product. Like more on herbal lang gyapon sila ng mga style pero ang nalang picture niya or kanang edited na video ni Tupiling Ong na advisable daw niya mo na. So doon siya ma-deprive ang privacy ni Tupiling Ong sa isa na siya sa ethical issue in influencer marketing. Next is the audience manipulation. So overly emotion or exaggerated content can exploit viewer trust. So na-example natin sa irresponsible use of influence issue. Using influence to promote harmful trends or unethical behavior, especially without considering the impression of younger audience. So, for example, during the high of the TikTok craze, a few Filipino influencers participated in the promoted dangerous challenge such as the milk plate challenge and bato-bato sa langit. Instead, some resulted in injuries among followers who imitated them, while intended for fun. Such trends highlight the social for respondent information as accounts. So not only uh I guess not so it's overly the emotion or exaggerated content can exploit viewer trust. So that's all audience manipulation. So here are our ethical guidelines and best practices. So this is the best practices of how to be ethical influencer marketing. So first is being a transparency. Influencers should really disclose paid partnership. So kaya na sige nga po dapat kuan gyud yung ibutan nyo na sponsor ni siya or hashtag siya using hashtag like ad or sponsored or paid partnership. Then next is the honesty. So it's very important of this once you are an influencer. So influencers should give honest review and avoid over promising. So once we review a product, dapat mo yung yun sa tinuod, dili kay ingon na nagamit ka nila product ning wapo ka ning puti ka or so on and so forth. Then the authenticity. So choose partnership that align with the influencer personal brand and values. So the authenticity is magiging I guess unique. Dapat mangita ka og kanang influencer na suitable sa product. This is not only on not only influencer but also na kanang magpa-endorse sa ilahang product. So avoid promoting product the influencer does not use or believe in. So ano siya. The next is the responsibility. Okay. Also included niya sa ethical guidelines. See, responsibility influencer must be co-choose when promoting sensitive product is about medicine, skincare, or financial services. So once mo promote tag mga medical or medicine so skincare kanang there are also responsibility na pwede na to madawat once we are one of the influencer. But in the good side here, if the product you use is kanang advisable sa doctor or na siya FDA approved, kay once not is kanang there's a problem talaga na may tabo. So next is the respect for audience. So very important here is the respect for the audience. Protect audience data and privacy and avoid scam or harmful trends. So very common na ni siya na one. So conclusion, ethical influencer marketing is not just about following rules. So it's about building trust, credibility, and long-term success. In the Philippines, where influencers are shaping public opinion and consumption habits, embracing ethical practices is essential for sustainable digital marketing. So If we're a future influencer, so be an ethical way. So that's all. Thank you.